I'm going to turn the horse into a centaur. But it's evil. And intimidating. You just wanted to join our lesbian monster polycule. Yes. I'm so glad you turned me into a centaur. Your IQ is freezing cold. That's like 276 in Kelvin, so cheers weirdo. Tough talk from a girl whose kneecaps stick farther out than her tits. If your dick doesn't touch your belly button, lower your voice. Holy shit, you fucking killed her, dude. Hey. You're not very tall, to be honest. Why include it in your bio? Righto, because it's like the first thing people asks. So save them the time. Oh well, you aren't tall enough for me, sorry. Jesus fucking Christ, you aren't hot enough to have this shit of a personality. My man is gonna mess you up. Laughing out loud, just because he beats you doesn't mean he knows how to fight. Does anyone have an intelligent comment? Yeah, how many pounds of krill does this man ingest daily? Why doesn't Argentina have more black players in the World Cup? Because we are a country, not a Disney movie. I'm trying to lose 100 pounds in 2 weeks. Any ideas? Divorce her. I'm proud to be an American, because at least I know I'm free. Europeans, guess I'm enslaved then. 1 second, I'm going to go check if the moon has any other flags on it. Call me when your moon flag pays your hospital bills. Musk spent $44 billion on Twitter. The world's population is 8 billion. He could have given each person $5 billion and still have money left over. I feel like a check for $5 billion would be life changing for most people. Yet he wasted it all on Twitter. Women have worked so hard to be respected for their ability to do math, and you set us back 50 years with one tweet. Thanks. Another reason why I need a girlfriend. This food keeps getting spoiled. I was today years old when I found out girlfriends are preservatives. Can you imagine today's youth storming the beaches of Normandy? I can't imagine today's boomers doing it. All you all do is buy commemorative Trump teddy bears and post how to open PDF as a Facebook status. Ever hear of the Vietnam War? No, who won? It took me 19 years to figure out news stands for notable events, weather, and sports. No. Tesla is building a hardcore litigation department where we directly initiate and execute lawsuits. The team will report directly to me. Please send 3 to 5 bullet points describing evidence of exceptional ability justice at tesla.com. Because if I wanted to assemble a team of the finest legal minds in the world, the first place I would go would be Twitter, absolutely. I can't keep sticking up for you. I enjoy you as a person, but as your manager things need to change. I haven't been in late since our talk last week. I didn't do anything wrong. Really? This is from the general manager. He's becoming a problem. A customer said, "Aren't my kids adorable?" and he said I'm more of a dog person. Not acceptable. I'll talk with him. True. How come cashiers at 24/7 McDonald's can de-escalate situations better than cops? Because we get fired if we don't. The first step to reducing your emissions is to know where you stand. Find out your #CARBONFOOTPRINT with our new calculator and share your pledge today. I pledge not to spill 4.9 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. If a woman sleeps with 10 men, she's a slut, but if a man does it, he's gay. He's gay. Hilaria Baldwin reveals she and Alec are expecting their 7th child together. Well, I guess he's still not checking for blanks. My wife is hilarious. We've been trying to get a hold of our son's daycare corporate for 4 months and they literally do not answer phones or email. She applied for a job, and when they contacted her for an interview she asked to be transferred to the person we needed to talk to. Did she get the job? Got the job done. DNA test isn't that cheapo, just saying. Still cheaper than raising my wife's boss's kids. As a man, why are you even okay with ordering a fruity or mixed drink? Because fruit is tasty. If I wanted salty or bitter, I'd just have a conversation with you. Nick Adams, alpha male. Alphas don't need to announce they are alphas. Everyone just knows. So, why is it on your profile and every one of your tweets then? This is the biggest cell phone I have ever seen. Condom sex does not count. Just hear me out, okay? My theory. If you wash your hands with gloves on, did you really wash your hands? I see your point, but let me ask you this. If I strangled you to death with gloves on, did I really strangle you to death? Yeah, shut fuck up. My daughter was wearing a flannel hoodie, so I said, hey, the 90s cult, and she replied, yeah, because they couldn't text, and god damn it, I'm getting really tired of my kids owning me. Because they're dead. It is a scientific fact that communism has prevented millions from living a life of poverty. There is no such thing as multitasking. Elaborate? Now he is busy with another task. Please wait for your turn. I'm right. No text detected in this meme. 90% of men are ugly and 90% of women are pretty. Sorry. We are both in the 10%. Had dinner with a dude who didn't compliment me once. I thought that was really weird. I haven't spoken to him since. Maybe he didn't see anything to compliment. A single book, podcast, or conversation can change your life. So true. For example, I lost most of my savings after listening to your podcast and putting it into BlockFi. Completely changed my life. Say something positive about gay people. Not only do they leave more girls for us, they take another dude with them. If life is a video game, the graphics are great, but the plot is confusing, and the tutorial is way too long. Says the guy playing with the cheat codes enabled. Lem just clear something up for my men out there. Having a big dick is not that much of a good thing. So you're saying my 5-foot super magnum mega penis isn't good? My man, I think that's your conjoined twin. Name a game you're proud to have 100% completed. Hey Ubisoft, why don't you name a game you have completed at 100% before releasing it? Make America Great Again themed wedding pays tribute to Trump. How empty is your life when you make your wedding about another man? It's not a micrometer. Yeah, if we wanted that, we'd just tattoo your dick. Micrometers are used to measure with accuracy, not small things. I wish my dick was consistent, but it varies greatly based off if your mom has a bag over her head or not. Get out of my face, clown. Which one? The second worst burn that Two-Face has ever felt. Ladies, ask your husband if he'd still love you if you got a sex change. If he says no, walk over to your room and start packing your bags. Ladies, do something unreasonable and drastic with huge impact on both your lives, and if he doesn't agree, dump him because you actually want a submissive pet that will validate all your eccentricities. Breaking. The official Bored Ape Yacht Club Instagram account has been hacked, and millions worth of NFTs have reportedly been stolen. Oh my god, I was wrong, they were fungible all along. We got about half a zucchini of snow overnight. Americans will measure with absolutely anything, except the metric system. Not my quote, but it fits, assuming original poster is a yank. Guy accidentally shoots himself in the face after bullet ricochets off an armadillo. Carmadillo. Also about 300 years ago it was normal for 10-year-olds to get married. Hell, some backwards ass countries still do it today. Still happening in some states in USA. He already said backwards countries. I'm confused how he's homeless, but has a working cell phone. You're confused how a home costs more than a phone. Is this your first day on Earth? Hi, it's Nancy from Activate America. Can we count on you to vote early in person or return your mail ballot to the local clerk before April 5th? Stop to opt out. Can I count on my student loans being forgiven? I can't make that happen, but you can make some things happen if you vote. Seems like we both are gonna be very disappointed. If Jesus was real, they wouldn't call it the crucifixion. They would call it crucifact. Vatican City wants to know your location. Why? I'm not a minor. It's shocking how poorly researched this article is. The storage of 90% of non-fungible tokens currently available is decentralized over interplanetary file system. The interplanetary file system, which invalidates the article's main points regarding terms of service and rights to access. The article also claims non-fungible tokens are hosted on private servers running proprietary code with secured, inaccessible databases, and then links to be an equally clueless research paper which also doesn't mention interplanetary file system, and has a very superficial and out-of-date historical view of non-fungible token technology. To write an article such as this is either ignorance or willful blindness. It is shocking how poorly read the basis of your comment is. This is what the author originally wrote. Non-fungible tokens exist on the blockchain. The land, goods, and characters in the metaverse, on the other hand, exist on private servers running proprietary code with secured, inaccessible databases. This is what you wrote. The article also claims non-fungible tokens are hosted on private servers running proprietary code with secured, inaccessible databases. Finally, you mentioned willful blindness. I leave the irony of that comment to the reader's entertainment. It's mom not mum, it's chips not crisps, it's fries not chips, it's color not color, it's soccer not football, it's football not rugby. It's school not shooting range. What a fucking dork. Jealous of my academic accolades. Don't worry, you're not the first to be, and I postulate that you won't be the last either. Why don't you postulate some bitches? My ex would not pay $35 to you but to me. The boy I've been talking to paid over $800 for a plane ticket to see me for 3 days. Moral of the story, know your worth. You'll get your worth. The grass is in fact greener on the other side. The guy talking to you paid to bang you. The guy who was banging you earlier already knew it wasn't worth $35. Ready for a world in which a $50 DNA test can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool? You can do this already with a zip code. I taught my son that the world is flat and now school is telling him that it is round, and he is questioning which is real now. How should I encourage him to not believe everything he hears? The problem is your son now faces the issue of realizing at least one of his parents is a moron. He has to realize that, though he loves you, he can't trust you to be correct about any questions he asks. That's hard for him. The more you push your idiocy on him, the angrier and more frustrated he will get. My uncle said he wouldn't discuss Trump with me unless I said one good thing he's done, so I said he's normalizing MACUP for men, and it didn't go as I planned. Most third world migrants cannot assimilate into civil societies. Prove me wrong. Third world refugee here. I have a PhD in English, and I won a Pulitzer Prize in fiction. What have you done? The worst thing about cigarettes is smell in your fingers. I don't know, I think lung cancer might be worse. Marrying a virgin woman must be the same excitement as you're buying a brand new car, not a second-hand one. Good morning, ladies. On today's episode of What Object Am I, we are vehicles. My wife just completed a 40-week bodybuilding program this morning. It's a girl and weighs 7 pounds 12 ounces. This is the perfect dad joke because it literally made you a dad. No, it made him a daughter. Some dude was spamming a class group with memes, so he got kicked, only to come back with a vengeance. Hello again. I have collected screenshots of each instance in this group of copying and sharing the answers to the e-quizzes. If I'm removed from this chat again, I will be anonymously forwarding this information to the Student Conduct and Academic Integrity in the Office of the Dean of Students. All I ask is that I can post one meme per day. The ball is in your court, and I'm a professional NBA player. I thought they were supposed to stay in shape? Are they just openly trying to fit the stereotypical body type of a racist now? 10 pounds of shit stuffed into a 9-pound bag is a shape. Dude can't commit to anything long term. They should have got someone who was game to do multiple sequels as Eggman. He've been making movies for over 40 years. That's more than 10 times the commitment your father had to your family. Bring back masculine men. You have the same haircut as my grandma. Condoms are free at campus but printing isn't. So sex is more important than our assignments? Condoms are free because sex can cause serious health issues if it is carelessly done and can kill you as well. Lack of education won't kill you. It'll just make you compare sex to printing. Divorced. Father of 2. Believer of God, all opinions are my own. Why do you keep poking fun at Joe Rogan? He is richer than you. He has the body of a god. Funny, smart. And what are you? You just flexed another man's money, body, and personality. No wonder your BO says divorced father of 2. Hey. Why are you so sad? There's so much goodness in the world. I don't know, Sarah, why do you have asthma? There's so much air in the world. As a man, why are you even okay with ordering a fruity or mixed drink? Because fruit is tasty. If I wanted salty or bitter, I'd just have a conversation with you. How do atheists decide between good choices and bad choices? If you need the threat of eternal punishment to be a good person, you are not a good person. His music always has an amazing sound and he's very artistic. But this was Hitler's painting. The best painting Hitler ever did was that wall he painted with his brain. Imagine a grown balding man spending his life making whiny passive aggressive videos on a kids app. Hi from Miami, love it here. Kids app. It appears your perception of TikTok has been warped because 60% of the people you follow are teenage girls. Friday night tanned and ready to party, have fun tweeps, tan blonde pink lips. You look like you just escaped a house fire. College grads expect to make $50,000 more at their first job than they actually will, survey finds. Probably the result of a lifetime of participation trophies. Your generation raised that generation, moron. Jesus Christ never introduced himself using pronouns. I'm he, Jesus, John 18:5. Why are it guys such dicks? Last week I drove 2 hours to push the power button on a server that 3 separate people assured me was already on. My mom worked as a waitress until she was 73 to help pay for our college, even helped with loan repayment. Loan forgiveness, just another insult to those who play by the rules. You graduated Dartmouth in 1985. Your mother died in 1999. From 1985 to 1999 you worked as a presidential speechwriter, an editor, and, after law school in 1991, clerked for United States Circuit Judge, and was an associate for one of the largest law firms in the country, one of 2. Yet you let your mother work as a waitress, and depended on her to help you pay your loans. Until her death. Either you are a horrible person or a liar. I'm going to go with both, 2 of 2. There's a young black guy sitting next to me on this flight. His phone rang, and it said, "Baby doll, I dare him to try to holler and say he's single." How can someone be minding his musings? You invade his privacy and assume he wants to talk to you, then make up a scenario in your head and be offended in advance. Is everything alright with you, dear? As a man, why are you even okay with ordering a fruity or mixed drink? Because fruit is tasty. If I wanted salty or bitter, I'd just have a conversation with you. Nick Adams, alpha male, at Nick Adams in United States of America. I was just about to order a pizza from Pizza Hut when I remembered that they went woke. I will go to KFC instead. Yum. Brands Incorporated, formerly Trican Global Restaurants Incorporated, is an American fast food corporation listed on the Fortune 1000. Yum operates the brands KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and the Habit Burger Grill, except in China, where the brands are operated by a separate company, Yum China. Wikipedia. Subsidiaries: KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, the Habit Burger Grill, KFC in Japan, more. I so miss the days when men were men. I'd run the other direction. if I witnessed my husband doing this. Just weird. You could never pull a man that good looking. You have nothing to worry about. Dear Christians, if you don't want to be treated differently for being Christian, then stop acting like being Christian somehow makes you special. Your religion is neither an achievement nor a holiday. You have not accomplished anything simply by being a Christian. How was your flight? This is his girlfriend. Who are you exactly? Why are you texting him? Okay, first of all, stop calling yourself his girlfriend to make yourself feel better than the other girls. We all know you ain't official, so don't flatter yourself. Second, I'm the girl that can make any girl go from girlfriend to ex real quick. Now, how was my brother's flight? Bitch. Rise in US suicides highlights need for new depression drugs. We are depressed because we are overworked, underpaid, can't afford our student debt, can't afford a doctor, can't afford a home, can't afford a family, while people at the top take most of the value of our labor for themselves. We don't need better drugs. We need a better economy. A bunch of girls told me I look just like Chris Hemsworth. How do you agree? This guy thought he'd trick us all by posting himself twice. I wish for the ability to switch between normal sight and sight that makes me see all the people that want to have sex with me. Granted, you now have the ability to close your eyes. If you're Irish and you complain about Britain erasing culture but can't even speak the language, don't know shit about Ireland before 1910, then just shut your cake hole. Nobody cares. Them being Irish and not being able to speak the language / not knowing shit about Ireland before 1910 is a direct result of Britain erasing culture. You goddamn vitamin D deficient circus clown. You wouldn't survive in a COD lobby. You wouldn't survive in a real war. The problem is we start our day on cell phones, not on our knees. I'm not sucking dick first thing in the morning. So churches are not essential. But abortion clinics are essential. Got it? Yes, because abortion is healthcare. Glad I could clear that up for you, Liz. 600,000 babies a year would disagree with you. I could easily win a debate against 600,000 babies. Please don't protest at people's homes. Please don't intrude on people attending their houses of worship. Organize politically, be civil civically. So religious fanatics can torment patients outside of clinics, but people can't protest outside of churches. And that's how we do it. This how August did it. My kids will not be stuck to an iPad, they'll be outside playing. Imaginary children are the easiest to raise. Who will be the next star of #THEBACHELOR? Our ranking, E only point northeast /290 U77V. I have a sneaking suspicion that the next bachelor will be a dark-haired, square-headed white man with stubble and a moron-top haircut that inexplicably costs $85. Meet Graydon, Braden, Traden, and Arcaden. Before being burned alive by the Spaniards, Chief Achuai of the island of Hispaniola was asked if he wanted to accept Christianity and go to heaven. Achuai asked if Spaniards go to heaven, to which the priest that they do. Achuai then stated that he'd rather go to hell where he wouldn't see such cruel people. Seeking a bestie who loves brunch, Netflix binges, and going down on each other. Meet the new breed of girlfriends with benefits. That's called gay or gay. People that walk fast are reported to be less happy. The faster you walk, the more unhappy you are. Damn right. I'm unhappy because I'm trapped behind a slow walker. Now move. Your new commercial with the two dads makes me sick. Hi Kim. If you're feeling sick, we suggest enjoying a delicious can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Make sure to enjoy it hot so that it can help warm up your cold, dead heart. I took my 11-year-old daughter to get a drink at Starbucks. We watched an incredibly handsome construction worker walk across the parking lot and into the store. Do you know what that little girl said to me? I don't know what he fixes, but mine is broken. What if it was your 11-year-old son who said that about a young woman who walked into the store? I thought we were teaching boys not to objectify girls. Or does that only apply to boys? Lama Rodham buys $8,000 custom sex doll, models it after ex-wife Khloe Kardashian. It still probably has less plastic than the real Khloe. Why the fuck are you and that other white chic wearing kimonos? You white people need to stop taking Japanese culture also you to look horrible in the kimonos, it doesn't even match you. 1. It's a yukata not a kimono. 2. Japan passport. He murdered 5 people, but at least he's not gay. JFC. This man is fueled by meth and hatred. Please leave meth out of this lol. I was addicted to meth for 7 years. I did some things I regret, but I never became a Republican. I've been in 7 car accidents this year. Y'all can't tell me God doesn't have a plan for me. Girl, it sound like he tryna kill you. Ever wonder why the US isn't mentioned in the Bible during end times? I think it's because the US is becoming the new Sodom and Gomorrah, and I believe God will destroy this country too one day. Ever wondered why the US isn't mentioned in the Bible? This person is an American. Ever wonder why Uranus isn't mentioned in the Bible during end times? I think it's because Uranus is becoming the new Sodom and Gomorrah, and I believe God will destroy Uranus too one day. Bob Manning. Growing up in the 50s and 60s, we did not become wusses. The French history podcast Bob Manning. I mean, people in the 1960s America were such wusses that they couldn't share a bathroom or a drinking fountain with someone of a different skin color. What would you do if potatoes suddenly vanished? You reach for a bag of crisps, only to find it empty. All chippies are closed, kebab shops are in turmoil, dinners are woefully incomplete. How long before society breaks down? Alad's not again. If someone actually read the Bible, they would know how to spell Satan. Most extremist Christians treat the Bible like Google's terms and conditions. They don't read it, they just scroll to the end and go agree. I could flirt with you and be 0% interested. Didn't know wasting your own time was a flex. He looks like the Snapchat logo. Man, God looks like shit. Huh? The world now runs on video game logic. What's the first thing you do? Look at my stats to find out what the fuck is wrong with me. What can make a man run away like this? It's not run, it's ran. Because it's past tense. DNA test isn't that cheapo, just saying. Still cheaper than raising my wife's boss's kids. Send a pussy pic. Look in the mirror, it's free. Ladies, if you're dating an adult male who still plays video games, it's time to reevaluate that relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, if a grown-ass adult is actually sitting there shaming and criticizing another adult for interests and passions and how they like to spend free time, it's time to reevaluate the actual intelligence and maturity level of that person and who hurt them. For whatever reason, their names and details have been recorded for posterity. Make a fool out of a powerful person in a system that is still firmly in place, and you're going to suffer the consequences for those righteous actions. What's your favorite flavor of boot to lick? Nudes? He asked hopefully. Don't be shy. He said creepily. What do you mean? He questioned stupidly. You gonna send me nudes, or what? He continued moronically. You fucking weird stupid bitch. He declared angrily. I found my ex-girlfriend's body in the morgue I work at. It was very awkward. Still giving you the silent treatment? The cold shoulder. Did she ghost you? I'm a female crane operator. Men stare at me constantly. With what? Binoculars? There's no autumn. One of them had to take the fall. Do you guys find it rude to receive cash as a birthday present? Rude. I hope people are very rude to me. So someone came into work today and made a comment about how they hated the new green walls that we worked so hard to paint the other day. She said it's just a god awful color, so I told her it can't be that awful, it's the same color as your leggings. The look on her face when she looked down and realized they were the same color. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like, Max. We vandalize things that aren't ours with quotes we didn't write to impress people taking shits. How is same-sex marriage viewed where you live? In Canada, we just call it marriage, and since it's not hockey, nobody really cares which team you're playing for. My students knew I was married to a man. They also knew I had children, which would indicate that I had sex with that man. Teachers, if your students know your sexual preference, you should be fired. I believe that the true key to a happy marriage is that when one spouse, me, says I think I really need some new shoes for the gala tonight. I'll be back in a few hours, the other spouse says, go. Have fun, instead of don't you already have enough shoes? One key to a successful marriage is probably having enough money that the concern is what you're wearing to a gala. He thought he did something, I'm crying. Divorced. Father of 2. Believer of God, all opinions are my own. Why do you keep poking fun at Joe Rogan? He is richer than you. He has the body of a god. Funny, smart. And what are you? You just flexed another man's money, body, and personality. No wonder your BO says divorced father of 2. Why can't trees give off something useful like Wi-Fi? So just fuck oxygen, right? Who the fuck are any of these people? Shalashashkashinkpoa, and who the fuck are you, cunt? I just tried to say your name out loud and my furniture started floating. To the individual who stole the bike previously here, if you have a shred of decency you will return it with a new lock and re-evaluate your life choices. Hey Bozo, it's illegal to lock your bike to a handicap pole. Check with the city for your bike. They probably removed it so it would not block a wheelchair accessible van. That 2,000 you worked hard for is better than 100,000 that's given to you for free. Don't ever give anyone advice again. Yeah? Must have enjoyed it to screenshot it. I did not screenshot your dick. I screenshot our conversation because I have a Facebook group that loves this dumb shit. No one wants to see your veiny naked mole rat ever, let alone first thing in the morning. Get the fuck out of my direct messages, boy, with your dumb shit. I'm a grown ass woman and I need someone with way more respect than you. You clearly have no inkling as to how to get a woman, and so you have to send what you believe to be the best part about you. Nothing about your or you penis any sort of appealing. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I switched from buying coffee every day to making it at home 2 years ago, and I'm still not a millionaire. I have studied the habits of millionaires. While it is a good step to save money by making coffee at home, have you considered supplementing your income by committing massive fraud? I like when men explain basic things to me, because in my mind it's not mansplaining, it's more like when a toddler is really excited to tell you about dinosaurs and you're like, that's right cutie, you're so smart, only one of us is being condescending, and it's me. If you have to announce it when you're condescending, you're doing it wrong. That's a great observation, Sean. Great job. I used a gender neutral bathroom today and 2 men came in while I was washing my hands. Man 1 didn't care and used the bathroom in front of me. Man 2 waited outside the bathroom till I left after seeing me inside. I thanked Man 2 for respecting my privacy. I felt so violated. Man 1 treated you as an equal in a gender neutral bathroom. Man 2 treated you like a woman. I don't know which one you want as treatment, but both treated you with respect and neither violated you. The solution to world hunger is eating. Just found your address. Get wrecked, fucking dumbass racist piece of crap making fun of starving kids. Are you threatening me with my own address info? Yeah bitch, I know where I live. Kinda feel bad for attractive people who are now having to communicate with their words for the first time and realizing they don't have a personality. I feel attacked. You shouldn't. If only there was some way that we, as mammals, could produce our own milk. Brad Young, go ahead Brad, produce the milk. Hello. My name is Catherine. I'd like to adopt a purebred cat from your shelter. Preferably British Shorthair. I don't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons. Do you have one? Yes, we have one British Shorthair. But he wants to live with only British people. He doesn't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons. What? Provide us with your ancestry documents to proceed with the adoption. So I'm pumping gas and all I hear is goddamn, then another man says yeah man I said the same thing, and I'm acting like I don't hear neither one. Gas $4 a gallon, and you think they were talking about you? A 1-year study of Vietnamese youth who built their own Bugatti out of clay mud. They don't have other things to do. What better things you achieved? You're the one watching their work. No one's watching your work. What are the key traits of mediocre people at work? They ask the same stupid question every year. What are top traits of mediocre team members at a startup? When I was like 16 I tried to prank my mom on April Fools by telling her I was pregnant, and she said you have to have sex to get pregnant Emma. When she is your girlfriend versus when she becomes your wife. How her parents treated her versus how you treat her. Does my friend look like Pocahontas? No. She looked like the people that took her land though. 9-year-old boy pays off entire school lunch debt for his class after saving his allowance. No. Just no. Give this boy back his money and make school lunch free. This is not a heartwarming story. Little kids should not be cleaning up the messes made by selfish adults. Had you been fucking my girl? How that used pussy feel? After the first 2 inches it felt brand new. Today during class, this guy was getting all the question right, so this girl goes, dumb bitch, wow, has such a fucking nerd. Teacher, wow, cut it out, he could be your boss one day. Nerd, highly unlikely, I don't plan on being a pimp. Everyone was like damn laughing out loud. Holy shit you fucking killed her dude. Swadler's barbecue world famous, did you know our servers survive on your tipping kindness? Did you know we don't pay our workers a livable wage and we want you to pick up the slack? If your dad isn't shaving with Jeremy's, you've got 2 moms. Wow. I've heard of specialty products before, but this is the first razor I've seen that only shaves assholes. Jennifer Lopez says men under the age of 33 are really useless. By all means, let's give a damn about relationship advice from a woman that collects engagement rings like she's Thanos. Transfer me money for nudes. I could throw a stone down my street and hit 46 twinks that look exactly like you. Sorry, my ball must have rolled into your messages. Kicked it back. You're welcome. I think you just gave me a concussion. I'm gonna need your contact information for insurance purposes. Women who complain that they just can't meet anyone, also women when a guy says hi. The only thing this meme has right is that they are dodging bullets by ignoring you. It's finally done. Biden is our 46th president of these United States. By the way, you're welcome. Glad you felt the need to show how immature you are. Lol, you texted me the same thing 4 years ago. November 8th, 2016, 11:43 PM. It's finally done. Trump is our 45th president of these United States. By the way, you're welcome. It's simple. Male. Female. Not both. Not a third option. Any questions? Laughs an electrician. Hello. My name is Catherine. I'd like to adopt a purebred cat from your shelter. Preferably British Shorthair. I don't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons. Do you have one? Yes, we have one British Shorthair. But he wants to live with only British people. He doesn't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons. What? Provide us with your ancestry documents to proceed with the adoption. If you have sex on the first date, can it turn into a relationship? Yes, my husband and I will be married 50 years next December. Gen Z is too afraid to ask a waiter for extra ketchup, but will bedislam a cop. We respect those who actually serve. Brother. DC Films still doesn't know what to do with Superman. The studio reportedly is unsure how to make the character relevant to modern audiences. Yeah, there really is no way to make the story of a space refugee adopted by farmers in middle America who later becomes a journalist and a hero focused on righting injustices and thwarting the schemes of a selfish billionaire relevant to modern times. When Dis needs to get rid of the square burger, it seems a little too artificial. Unlike the supernatural circle shape that hamburgers come in when you pick them off the vine. Coyotes shouldn't die for fur trim. PETA supporters in fur coats matted with blood crawl to the Canada Goose Incorporated annual meeting in Toronto. So you guys bought fur coats to demonstrate against buying fur coats. Just seeing my boyfriend in a good mood. Same. Stop looking at her boyfriend. If someone makes a key fob, someone somewhere makes a rubber condom for it. Is my dick a key fob? Could be, but I bet it don't turn nothing on. Sarcasm. Hello, police. I would like to report a murder. Flawless victory. Big dicks are so unfair for small guys to compete against. Girls shouldn't have sex with guys that have really big dicks. Big dicks are too common and girls always orgasm so easily with them. Girls like her have been stretched out and had her mind ruined because big dicks make them come too fast. Keep crying virgin. It's not my fault. Women are sluts. Women are sluts, but you can't get any to sleep with you. Interesting. My roommate just finished writing a book on how to get money and now he needs money to publish it. Tell him to read the book. My man is gonna mess you up. Lol, just because he beats you doesn't mean he knows how to fight. I just finished 2 papers and a PowerPoint presentation in one sitting. Please clap. That's very impressive. What's the topic of your presentation? Corporate humanization and why pretending to be friendly and relatable on social media is a transparent marketing tactic. Dear atheists, what made you convinced that God doesn't exist? Who needs to be convinced that anything silent, invisible, intangible, immeasurable, and undetectable doesn't exist? That's just weird. No clue what you're talking about. I try to stay away from retarded shit. Bro, you bout to have an out-of-body experience then. I don't approve of tattoos, mainly it is written in the Christian Bible not to mark your body. I love you Dwayne, but this is the only thing I do not approve of. It is your choice, of course, loving The Rock. It also says not to pierce your ears or get a divorce, but one click on your profile shows you obviously pick and choose which parts of the Bible fit your agenda. Hard to believe there was once a time where they'd send a big yellow book to everyone's house listing yours and everyone else's assassination coordinates. True, but the big yellow book didn't update in real time. Did your house have legs? Say it with me, it is not hard to not sexualize female streamers. But also check out their OnlyFans, because they are so empowered and brave. I think that's called desperate, not bisexual. See, bisexuality is that I would have sex with men or women. Desperation would be if I had sex with you. Damn, the ice cream emoji broke too. Hashtag 280 characters. We only need hamburger and french fries. A woman never dresses to impress men. She dresses up to irritate other women. To impress men you don't have to wear anything. We don't do NFTs. If you see a cyanide and happiness NFT, that wasn't us. If you bought a cyanide and happiness NFT, you got scammed, also lol. Don't know why you had to add the also lol at the end there, shouldn't glorify vulnerable people being scammed. NFT brothers losing money is funnier than any of our comics. This is called art. This is the legacy and heritage of the West. This is what men of the West fight, sacrifice, and die for. This is victory. Deuce Velt. Is there an example of a female sculptor who committed herself to the same level of detail that a male does with a woman? None that come to mind. That sculpture is an act of worship before heaven, and it shows. The sculptor is a Chinese woman, you dork-ass losers. My children will get privacy from me when they can pay their own bills and feed themselves. Until then, you do what I say. Ain't shit negotiable. We not friends. I haven't spoken to my mother in 10 years. Welcome to your future. Hey jackass, we use miles per hour in this country. Wheels is an Australian magazine. We use metric measurements. You're on the internet, which is American. Therefore you can use American, the best, measurements. Actually, the World Wide Web was first developed in CERN. I don't blame you for not knowing that. You're apparently an American. Charlie D'Amelio just unfollowed Lil Huddy. It's going down, drama alert. You're a grown-ass man, keepster. In the 1950s, one of the journalists criticized Marilyn Monroe, saying that she's only beautiful because of her fancy dresses/clothes. Then she did this photoshoot wearing a potato sack as a response. My man is gonna mess you up. Lol, just because he beats you doesn't mean he knows how to fight. Hello 911? I need to report a massacre. How dare you stand where he stood? Dumbledore has stood everywhere in this damn school. What do you want me to do? Float? Investing money you don't have on something that historically goes minus 1000% fast is interesting. Nothing can go minus 1000% really. Think about what that means. 30k to 3k. That's exactly 90%. You incredible moron. Guys, how do you stop random girls from direct messaging you pictures of their pussy? You take your schizophrenic pills. Wanna play Titanic? How do you play? Well, I'll be the boat and you can be the sea. Then I'll go down on you. I was thinking you buy me a diamond, and I'll let you drown. How much do you charge to suck dick? $20. It's $10 per inch. So for you, yes. Disabled parking should only be valid during business hours 9 to 5 Monday Friday. I cannot see any reason why people with genuine disabilities would be out beyond these times. We are disabled, Daniel, we are not werewolves. Fuck your 12 years of medical school. I birthed this child and haven't left their side since. I'm their primary source of nutrition. I watch them breathe at night and can tell by a cry what they need, so yes, I do know my baby better than you, doctor. Get the fuck out of here. I'm the only person who has driven my car for the past 12 years, but I still call a mechanic if it breaks down. Hi team, my daughter created a new character. Her name is Burst. She'd love to know your thoughts. Our artists were so inspired by this that they created their own fan art. Hope your daughter loves it. The Overwatch crew just made something adorable. Like I'm an actual fucking artist, and so are a million goddamn other people on the planet, and the person being recognized for their art by a game company is a fucking child. Nah. So much fuck that. Well, if the criteria for recognition is being a fucking child, I'd say you still have a chance. These for me. YouTuben 2023. Girl watched too many TikToks, her brain probably can't handle a video longer than 6 seconds. Becky says she found this pipe in my truck and we need to have a serious talk. I wonder how far I can take this? Tell her. You've been under a lot of pressure. Finding you're not measuring up. Feeling deflated. Flat. Needing to get pumped up. So you can roll with greater confidence. Can you cash at me $200 real quick? Where you from, mamas? San Diego. Jobs, employment in San Diego, California. Vertical bar Indeed.com. Indeed.com.